Hello. Hi, I'm the hidden guy. Uh, Hi everyone. I hope that everybody can hear us clearly. If that's not the case, please let us know in the chat. Thank you for being here. We are a bit late, but we apologize about that. But we have a lot of things to talk about today. So first of all, we are very happy to be here in the Tabletop Fest on Steam. We will take this occasion to talk about Blood Bowl. But before we go further into that, let me introduce myself first. I'm Olivier Chekri. I'm a senior community manager at Nacon. You might know me as Oli on the Discord if you are already there. And I'm not alone, obviously, and I'm now gonna let the real star of the show introduce themselves as well.
Hello everyone, my name is Gautier Lead. I'm the project manager on Blood Bowl 3.
And I'm Victor Watier. I'm the lead QA on Blood Bowl 3.
Okay, so what are we gonna talk about today? A lot of things, so I'm gonna first let you know a bit about everything that we're gonna talk about. We will talk about Blood Bowl 3 first in general to let everybody that might not know the license know what we are here for, and hopefully make you want to know a little more about Blood Bowl. We're gonna talk about everything that has been done so far on Blood Bowl, because we have been working on this game for quite some time now, and there is a lot of things that has been done. And we will then also talk about the beta. It's a very important milestone for us that was done on the last June. We learned a lot of things during this, and we never really had the time to come back on it, so this is a perfect occasion to do that. After that, we will also let you know what we have been doing so far after the beta, because we continue to work a lot on it. We will talk a lot in the stream, as you can see already, but don't worry, we will also show you some gameplay footage and some exclusive content as well. If you didn't notice yet, I'm not fluent English, and we are three French guys doing our best to be as clear as possible, so please be indulge us. We'll try to be as clear as possible, but you've been warned.
Please excuse the French accent and the occasional baguette.
Exactly, yes. So once we will be done talking a bit, we will also show you some gameplay footage. That will be a good occasion to show you image to illustrate what we have been talking about. And we will also end the stream with a Q&A session, so if you have any question, you can already ask them. We're gonna do our best to keep track of them, but also keep them for the end of the stream. There will be a time dedicated fully about this, and we will do our best to cover every topic. This being done, maybe Gautier, you want to tell us a bit about Blood Bowl?
Sure. So what's Blood Bowl? Blood Bowl is a tabletop game from Games Workshop. It's based on with a very nice miniature. It's also a digital adaptation on PC and console. Think American football with elves, orcs, and all kind of fantasy creatures. Gameplay-wise, it's a turn-based tactical game, and it's above all a risk management game. Take precise action, order your actions carefully, think about the probability to succeed or fail each action, and try to destroy the enemy team as much as possible, and sometimes remember that there's also a ball to carry to the end zone.
Great. Victor, do you have some more to talk about Blood Bowl and what are the pillars of the game, maybe?
Yes. The pillars for Blood Bowl 3.
Sorry to interrupt you. So yeah, Blood Bowl 3, as you said, it's the third Blood Bowl. We've been doing Blood Bowl for quite a while now at Cyanide Studio. We've been doing Blood Bowl for like 12 years now. It started 10 years ago with Blood Bowl 1, and then some extensions, and then Blood Bowl 2 in 2015, and then Blood Bowl 2 Legendary Edition. So we've had a lot of experience in making Blood Bowl and improving the series year after year, thanks to community feedback, because above all, Blood Bowl is a community-driven game, and it wouldn't be where it is today if it weren't for constant feedback and involvement of the community, and it will be the same for Blood Bowl 3, obviously. And yeah, we're making Blood Bowl 3 because there are actually a lot of reasons to make Blood Bowl 3 now. There's the new range of miniature from Games Workshop, and there's a strong wish from Games Workshop to have a digital adaptation of their tabletop game which reflects their current miniatures. And also, obviously, as most of you already know, there are new rules. It's the first time in years that Games Workshop has released new rules for the game with quite significant changes. So it's really the perfect time to make a new Blood Bowl and to make Blood Bowl 3.
Yes, and for Blood Bowl 3, our intentions, our ultimate goal was to make the game shorter. So in Blood Bowl 3, you have like 1 hour and a half for a game. In Blood Bowl 3, we are focusing on setting it to less than 1 hour. We also try to make the onboarding easier for newcomer. So we worked on the logs and the tutorial for the game to be easier to onboard, and we also try to be as faithful as possible for the rules of the new rules. Also, we had some SPCs and pitches rules. SPCs, I mean special play cards. It's a feature that has been in Blood Bowl for a long time, and we are the first Blood Bowl to set it in a game.
Yeah, we've wanted to add them for a long time, but we couldn't before. So we are very glad to be able to add them for this edition.
And the last point is to allow the player to customize better their players.
Great. If you are curious about what we have been doing so far as well, you will be able to find some nice trailer and some focus on specific teams. You can find them on our official channel. You can find them on YouTube. So if you're curious about it, be my guest and check them all out. Some of them are really cool. You can have a little aperture in the left corner. So that's it for what we've been done. We had a very, very important milestone, which was the closed beta that we had in June. Last June, it lasted for 2 weeks, and it was very, very helpful for us. And we would like to come back on it to talk about what we've learned from it, how it impacted also our decision after it. And I think it's a perfect time to talk about it. Gautier.
Yeah, the beta, that's a very vast subject. The beta was, in my opinion, a huge success. Let me explain what I mean by that. The goal of the beta was to gather feedback and data on how the people would play and stress test the servers with a lot of players. So in that regard, it was a huge success. We've had 3,700 players on the beta. They made over 12,000 matches. So it's a lot of data and a lot of stress tests for the server, and that's huge. That was the goal of the beta. It was a real beta test and not like a PR beta, very polished and stuff. So of course we were expecting a lot of criticism, and it came, and that's great. That's really what we wanted. So we've had this huge influx of data and feedback to process, and we've had a lot of time to process the data, organize everything, sort everything, and try to implement as much the changes that you wanted to solve the issues that you encountered. So we'll try to keep this part short to avoid boring all the people who were not playing the beta, but I'm going to go through some points that were not great during the beta, and then we'll talk about what we did to solve these issues. So we noticed that a lot of people had issues with the camera settings. I know that Blood Bowl coaches have very strong feelings regarding their camera settings. A large part of the Blood Bowl 2 community is still using Blood Bowl 1 camera settings. So of course, that was expected that people wouldn't like the Blood Bowl 3 camera, and I'm glad to say that we've made some improvements regarding this. There was also a bit of lack of understanding of the game. Not all the informations required were shown to the players, so we tried as well to improve this. So that's something that was very surprising to us. We noticed that there was some visual discomfort with some players. They had headaches playing the game, and that's was quite surprising to us because we've never noticed this in our internal testing with over 3 years of development. So that's the kind of reason why we made the beta in the first place. That was really great. So now that we knew that we had this issue, we could solve it. Performance issue as well. We noticed that with that many players, we had performance issues. That was one of the goals of the beta, and again, we tried to improve on this. UI clutter. I know that some people are not very fond of the Blood Bowl 3 UI, which is very different from the Blood Bowl 2 UI. So again, all these data that we received, we've had time to think about it, organize it, and act upon it. And Victor will talk about how we acted upon it.
Yes, so what we did to correct that. First, we add more controls for the camera. We added more settings, so now players can set the camera as they want. We worked on the understanding of the game, so we have now more context information and everything. Also, we reworked the log. We reworked the way the dice are displayed. We worked on the performance, so we knew that the team manager was not as fast as we wanted. So now the flow for the recruitment is way faster. So that's what we worked on.
Yes, and again, I want to come back on it because during this beta, we received a lot of feedbacks, and they were very, very helpful. They were really organized. We even had members of the community organizing Google Sheets with a category for every kind of bugs and issues, that any kind of feedback. So that was really helping us a lot. I'm pretty sure Victor would agree as our QA lead. He really appreciated that as well. So thank you again for doing this. So yes, that's it to cover the beta, because we also want to talk about the future of Blood Bowl. This so far has been what we've done so far. Most of you already knew, but it was good for us to take the time to come back on it. Now what we can do a bit is also show you a bit of gameplay, maybe, because maybe you're tired of seeing our three faces, I don't know. So let's go directly in that.
Yeah, so this is a match that we played, Victor and me. So I was playing the human team, and Victor was playing his favorite dwarf team. So yeah, I must say that I'm the undefeated champion of our last team tournament, and Victor, well, he's a QA, so he had a lot of time to play the game, so he's really the rising star of the team. So yeah, I played the human team, so I have better passing ability, and I am more versatile than his team. His team of dwarves are well, maybe you can explain what the strength of the dwarves are.
Sure. So I love dwarves, and I won't hide it. But yeah, the dwarves, for those who know, for those of you that don't know, they have a strong early game. They have some skills that are really powerful, and we'll show that in a moment. So they start with all of their players with one of the most powerful skill of the game, which is block. And also they are so funny. That's why I love them. I love them for every time. So yeah. So in the match, we start now. We can see my point of view, and we can see that I had 150k gold of investment. So I choose to buy a wizard, and then we can see the players that will affect the game. As I have more team value than Gautier, it's the one that is drawing for players.
Yeah, so we had like 200k TV difference, so I have some players to nerf out to rebalance the game, and I've had petty cash to recruit a wizard of my own.
Yes, so we arrive at the kick question. So I'm trying to kick the ball. My goal is to apply the 2-1 strategy of the dwarves team. It's basically you let the other player start with the ball. You let him score fast, and then once he scored, you have the ball back, and you made some. You make sure that all of his players are down, and that he's at numbers. So that's why I'm setting my players for a brutal beginning. My goal is to set all of my dwarves, which are short, so that they don't have much mobility, and they are all at close contact, so I can make some blocks without using my blitz.
Yeah, and now it's my turn to set up. So since I received the ball, I will try to score fast. I know that my team is not as resilient as Victor's team, so I hope to be able to score some quick touchdowns and then try to slow the game as much as possible to prevent him from scoring touchdown even when my team is half injured. So yeah, quick setup. My thrower is in the back, ready to pick up the ball and make a pass to my catcher, and then punch a hole somewhere in the dwarf line and run faster than them to score.
So knight's the kick. I have a fancy option, so I kick in the middle of the field, and then it's the beginning of the human turn.
Yeah, so first action of the game, I'm gonna use that ogre and try to attack a dwarf and punch him as hard as I can, but obviously Blood Bowl being Blood Bowl, my ogre fails his bonehead roll and he skips his turns. So now my strongest player is not acting this turn and I have to do without him. So time to try to fight some even blocks, which is always not a strong choice. So I'm trying to push back the Troll Slayers, which are the most dangerous dwarven players for me because of their frenzy ability. Trying to assist mark other players with my 2 halflings. So I have 2 halflings to try to do some 30-mate shenanigans. And yeah, not being very successful with my blocks, obviously. You can see some of the. So I think that's the first time that we show gameplay of the human and dwarves, actually.
Yes.
As you can see, as you they are very close to the miniature models. So I managed to push back some dwarves, but yeah, I wasn't really happy with this first turn. It's quite weak, but hey, what you're gonna do? At least I will manage to pick up the ball, I think.
So yeah, now it's time to pick the ball.
Yeah, I managed to do it. That's good. That's always a critical part of the turn. So now we skip a bit to the next dwarf turn. So I managed to pick up the ball and advanced a bit.
Yes, and yeah, what to say about this? I mean, it's Blood Bowl, so you'll see some Blood Bowl.
Some blood, yeah.
You'll see the Dwarven army unleash the fury. So first I start, of course, by using and also a strong skill of the Dwarven players, which is the tackle skill. It prevents the opponent from using the dodge skill, so I can use stumble results on the halfling and set them down. So now they can't add their assist anymore, and now I just have to push through the middle, and yeah, all the line of scrimmage is going to disappear bit by bit.
First turn of the game, and my 2 halflings are already stunned, so yeah, that's gonna be a fun game.
There, I will just choose to not follow, of course, so that my dwarf can still bring the assist to the ogre. And now it's the question. No, not yet. First, let the blood spill. So yeah. I don't want to use the boss down, obviously, because you can see that it's the blitzer that I'm blocking, so I can't use boss down to make him down, but not me. So I choose to push and try another one, and then I can set him down. And now it's the question, as I said, do I block the ogre? Or maybe, for one time, I will play the ball.
Yeah, I was really surprised. I've never seen you do this before. Explain
yeah.
the ball.
Yeah.
What kind of heresy is this?
Yeah, for dwarves, you mean what? What's the ball? You mean it's the last player, no? The last opponent.
No, it was a right choice, I think.
So yeah.
And at least I could use my ogre for another turn
So yeah,
if he succeeds.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, maybe I should mark the ball carrier. So I'm trying to do this with my runner, which is my kind of weakest player because he don't have the skills that the other player has. But he's my ball carrier, and I'm not afraid for him. So now I'm trying to mark the ball carrier with my Torslayer, but the Torslayer doesn't have the attacker skill that I mentioned previously, so he can't use a stumble on the player with a dodge skill, which is the case for the catcher of the humans. So I just have to make another roll, and that's it. The catcher is down, but I'm not marking the ball carrier. And to finish, I'll just mark another player. I'm asking, yeah, do I? Red dice? No, I don't think so.
So now it's my next turn. So some of my players are already down, and I'm again my ogre is no, this time he's succeeding in his bonehead roll, and so I managed to score a hit on the dwarf, and thus making the hole in the dwarven defense that I needed. And now it's time for some passing game. That's right, you can still do passing in Blood Bowl 2nd edition.
And you can try to interfere.
Yeah, but what can you do? I mean, have you seen the height of these dwarves? They're really short. So you fail your interception, and I managed to make a decisive pass to one of my blitzers, and now I can just run faster than you. And what you gonna do?
Yeah.
Eh?
What am I gonna do?
Well, nothing, that's what. And there we go. I'm really close to the end zone and able to score next turn. So I rush 2 times. It's a bit risky, but I have some rerolls, and I know that I need to get far away enough from the dwarven players in order to score next turn.
So we skip my turn because it was just like, yeah, you're right. I just can't do anything, and I recall it was part of my strategy to let him score faster. So yeah.
Yeah, you didn't even try to chase me.
No.
You just hit my other players instead.
Yes, have the more injured player as possible for the next drive, which will count a lot for me. So we are watching at the game cinematics of a touchdown, the celebration and everything. The dugout, we can see that the human has some players back, and we just set up, and there is a lot of blood spilled, as you can see in the middle of the screen, of the pitch, I mean. And then after all that blood, I'm trying to pick the ball up, with my runner, but he fails the dodge. So yeah, he's down, and now it's Gautier's turn.
And making a bad decision, trying to get 1 dice block as the first action of my turn, and obviously it backfires immediately, 1 skull, and my turn's over.
Yeah.
1 turn wasted.
Yeah, so that's the panic, I think. What are you doing now?
Yeah, so that's true. I panicked a bit. I knew that you were going to be able to pick up the ball, so when you're backed in the corner, use magic. So I launched a fireball on your ball carrier and managed to hit 2 of your dwarves.
Yeah, but unfortunately it's not enough. I mean, the panic after the attacker down, but yeah, he uses the wizard, successful fireball. I can still pick the ball with my runner, but I'm trying to go too far on the right side of the pitch, and then his turn is blocking my troll slayer with a halfling. How dare you! In order to mark my ball carrier, and now finish the turn with
turn 8 foul. Obviously, turn 8 foul, but I get sent off. Well, I tried.
So it's another turn finish like this. I mean, you did your whole turn, and the point is there. You managed to mark my runner with your halfling. So now my runner is a bit in. There is nothing to worry about, but I cannot do what I want with him, and I'm losing the focus of the game right now. I mean, it's a dwarf, so the focus of the game is to send player off with with a bit of a of a block, of successful block, and I'm just losing the goal right now. I'm making kind of some bad decisions. I realized in the turn that maybe I can do something to still get the touchdown, but my runner is really far and is marked now, and that's where, just after that, a bit more blocks.
So
No,
you're trying
can't
to
do that.
you're trying
Yeah.
to chain push your.
I'm
your
trying
player.
to chain push, yeah. Just using the Troll Slayer against the Ogre with an assist. So the Troll Slayer has also the Dauntless skill, which allows to block on bigger players with more strength, and still remain with the same strength if you manage to have a successful test. And then I'm looking at this and I'm like, yeah, I just miss one square for that player to go and try to score a touchdown. But as I said, I missed the goal of the game right now. I just was focused on making his player down, and I forgot, and so I just can't make a touchdown right here. It's the last turn of the half, as you can see on the top of the screen, and I will just make my best for the next drive to come. So boss down, can do nothing against the Blitzer. It's time for a foul.
Turn 8 foul once again.
Yeah.
And
On the Ogre, yeah,
KO on the Ogre.
not too bad, but I'm seen, so yeah, I have to arc the call. So new feature in the new rules, you can arc the call when you're seen by the referee, and it failed, so my player is still sent off.
But that's okay, your coach is still there.
Yeah, I didn't fail that hard, so my coach is still there. I can still arc the call, but my player is sent off. I didn't success on the arc the call, and the Ogre is back just after that. So it's the beginning of the drive, and yeah,
So this time it's your turn to receive the ball.
my turn. And as I said, now I have to score. I set all my players in the front lane, and it's my turn to start, so I can set his player down with all of my players. I'm trying to use the Troll Slayer to have a player being out of the pitch, pushed out of the pitch. And that's why I could make two blocks in a row and make him outside of the pitch. And then I just have to reduce the amount of player in front. We have a whole half to play, and it's important for me to have the number advantage. So I'll just push everyone, make some nice blocks on everyone.
Trying to push me on the sidelines.
Yeah, so that he can't make his player stand up. And right now I'm trying to, yeah, I have the advantage on the Ogre if I manage to success on the Dauntless kill, but it will be safer if I just get rid of that halfling. So goodbye halfling.
Once again, why are you focusing that much on my halflings?
Yeah, because I don't like them I don't like to see them fly in the sky. So
Oh, but you will.
so yeah, the Ogre.
And
once
Ogre
again,
is KO'd once again. Come on,
sorry, Ogre.
what's his armor even made of? So I have already like 4 or 5 people in the dugouts. I'm down too many players already. It's only the 9th turn. I don't know how I'm going to stall you long enough to keep my advantage.
Yeah, so now there is how many players? 7 players remaining on the field for you. If I can count correctly.
I can't.
So yeah, marking everyone, make sure that no one will be a threat for my runner, and we'll try to score a touchdown there.
Yeah, you will try. So yeah, five people in the dugout. So I had 13 players in the beginning.
Yeah.
So I'm down to 8.
We could see also that at the beginning of the drive with the kickoff event, we had a bribery each. So I can bribe the referee now. Yeah.
So you fouled my halfling, of course.
Yeah. Easy target. So yeah, now
Fast forward to 12th turn and you're ready to score.
is it time to foul again?
The hardest decision: do you stall or
Shall
do
we-
you
shall we
do you
foul?
score?
Shall we foul?
But you already used your bribes, so
Yeah,
you could
it's a
lose
bit
a
risky.
player again.
Yeah.
So instead you did the safe choice and scored. And we're at 1-1 and it's only the 12th turn. It's gonna
Yeah.
be hard. It's gonna be hard.
4 more turns.
At this point I'm just hoping to secure a draw.
Yeah. 4 more turns to go. Just trying to be the best.
Yes, that's beer cannons. Obviously, the dwarf cheerleaders have beer cannons because why not?
So we made the setup and everything, and Gautier managed to.
Pick up the ball. That's quite easy. I mean, I'm human, so I have some enough agility to pick up the ball quite easily. And everyone is in the melee, but once again, I try to make a quick pass to advance and repeat my maneuver of turn 3 and score quickly again by running faster than dwarves.
Yeah. But unfortunately, this player can't move anymore. So I see that, and I can't take some risks. So I'm just going to zap it with my wizard. And look at this! What a wonderful frog!
Yeah, I'm not even mad. That's a beautiful frog.
So yeah, now we have the frog and everything. Just make sure that the frog won't be a problem for to pick the ball up, and that's what we'll do. Using the torch layer once again. How strong! And we'll get rid of the frog.
Yeah, that's a frog. That's not a Slan. Slans don't exist. Guys, come on. Don't make me send you the Inquisition.
So 3 block dice, but yeah, cannot have a really good result. So just push him. It's okay. I don't want to hurt the frog. It's so cute. So I'll just pick the ball up. It's better like this. So using my runner as always because he has the pickup skill. So
Oh, yeah. So someone in chat is saying that I like slants. I like slants, but I like real slants, real fat slants.
and just secure the touchdown at this point, making an army of dwarves around my ball carrier. I still have 2 turns after that to score a touchdown. I think, yeah, making the better marks. Yeah. And that's it. Let's go. Tom Frontier, what you want to do?
Nothing. Have you seen my team? I don't have anything left. Come on. Well, see, I still have something to try. I mean, I have an ogre and I have a halfling, so obviously I'm gonna throw the halfling, and then I managed to get the halfling on the other side of the cage and get access to the ball carrier. So then I'm gonna do another risky decision and blitz the ball carrier with a halfling. But guess what? That was enough. Both down, and your ball carrier is down.
So now, yeah, it's my turn again. Short turn, we can say that. And I'm trying to think, well, how will I score a touchdown? How can I do? What is the safer option? And also, how can I do? Because I mean, dwarfs are really short. They can't move so far. So I want to score with my blitzer, which has a quite good agility. He can catch the ball. My troll slayer would have been a nice target too, but I'm trying to pick the ball up with the runner, which will have a reroll in case if he fails, and that's a success. And as I set myself in the handoff sequence, I can make a handoff. I reroll the catch, and my blitzer is free to go. And I just have to use my runner in that case, because otherwise, if I pick the ball up with my my blitzer, I wouldn't have been able to score a touchdown in the last turn, as my dwarf is too short, and we'll see that in the next turn. But he's really short, and I'm doing kind of stupid actions, trying to protect the blitzer way too far. So no, that won't work. And now I don't have any rerolls, and my player is down. That's not the right one. It's okay.
Turn 15. That's my last chance to prevent you from scoring. So almost everyone is down. The situation is really hopeless. So I just try to push back a dwarf and get someone up to at least mark the ball carrier. But yeah, the future is not looking bright. You managed to do what you wanted. You did it. You destroyed my team. And now you can run free. I mean, run. That's not even running. Walk fast on the pitch.
So yeah, do we do something else? No. We just focus on scoring a touchdown and pray for the rush. And yes, that's a touchdown.
Turn 16 touchdown, and you secure the win.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Victor.
Wow. Thank you.
You're fired.
Let the beer flow.
See, just to see that it was good that you won.
Yeah, just to see these cheerleaders. We can't wait to show you the other ones. You did it.
And I think that's it for this gameplay session.
Yeah, I'm just gonna skip my last turn and it's over.
Yeah, I mean, it was hard enough. I mean, we don't have to see this.
So that was it. That was an unscripted match. We showed you only the highlights, but yeah, completely unscripted content. Just regular play between two bad players trying to show you the game.
Don't be so hard on yourself. I mean, I was speechless all the way through it. It was a great victory, Victor. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm pretty sure I heard Joanne said something like, if it was me, I would have won, but I mean, I mean, that's something you can sort out later, I guess. I saw some question maybe before we go on. It would be good to go back on it about this game. So yes, you already said it. That's the first thing I wanted to say. It was a real match, so don't think he's faking his disappointment. He's very disappointed that he lost. I'll show you that. And imagine when it was live. That was even better. You had a lot of questions, but we will be happy to answer them also during the Q&A. So if you had specific question about what you saw on the screen, be sure to note it and to ask us again in a few minutes. We're going to be actually very soon there. And yes, what I wanted to say as well is that with this video, we hope that you saw that we made some improvements since the beta, but also keep in mind that it doesn't mean this is the final version as well. We are still working on it. So something you might have found great compared to what you played, something you might think that still need work. And if you do, please let us know, because maybe we don't see it, and that would be a great thing to know for us. But keep in mind that we are still working on the game, and the final version is going to be even better than that. This being said, before we go into our Q&A session, there might be some exclusive stuff that we might want to show you. I mean, if you've been there with us all this time, you might deserve some exclusive content.
Yes, so just before that, as you said, the game is in production for a long time now. The early access is coming soon. So as you can probably guess, we will have two more races in the early access, which is the dwarves and the humans. But we also have another
A
race.
sixth one.
Yeah.
Can you guess what it is? Let's find out.
Yeah, you have a few seconds.
And that was the Treeman. So you guessed it. In which one of the 12 teams that we announced it a Treeman? That's the Old-World Alliance. Yeah, human dwarves and a very nice looking Treeman. I hoped you liked all the customization options that you had. That's only for the Old-World Alliance Treeman. Old-World Alliance has very specific customization options, very different from the human or dwarves customization options. Yeah, I hope you liked it. It was very different from the Blood Bowl 2 Treeman.
I personally very like it, I must say.
It's very
very
different.
cool.
Yeah.
Especially the customization, different stuff you can put on it. I mean, it's even better than the Christmas tree.
Oh, that's a nice idea for a customization option, actually. But that's not all that we have to reveal. So as we said in earlier communication, we will implement for Blood Bowl 3 different pitches, one for each race. So can you guess which is this one? Yeah. Have some eye candy. Yes, yes. So you probably guessed it, that's the Skaven pitch, an underworld pitch full of warpstone and stuff. That's only one of the 12 pitches that we will have at day one, and yeah, I hope you like it. We try to have very diverse and rich environment for the games.
Yeah, I think that's really something that we put it on another level compared to the previous Blood Bowl. I hope you like it as much as I do. It's definitely one of my favorite pitch so far, I must say as well. That's only me. I mean, you don't have to have the same taste as me, but I just wanted to say it.
And yeah, I think we are done for today's review. So
yes, I mean, that was just a little sample of the things that we are in store, obviously, and we will continue to give you some new content. We have been quiet for a while since the beta. Again, we hope that this stream also help you to forgive us a bit about that, and I hope you like what you see. And that's now the time for you to ask all the questions that you might have. We will do our best to answer them. We had some questions as well during the stream that I made sure to note because I would never remember them otherwise. So maybe I can start with a question that is, what about the...
Well, I have a first one now, because I see people talking about it right now, about the beer cannons of the dwarf cheerleaders. So we used to have them on the other side, and then people were complaining that we wouldn't see the beer being thrown on the pitch. So no matter in which way we put them, people will complain that they are the wrong way. So in the end, it doesn't matter in which way we put them.
Yeah, there is no right answer for that. Actually, someone asked if some of us were working on Blood Bowl since the first one. I can say that not myself.
So in the current dev team, no, but basically my boss was working on Blood Bowl 1. So yeah, we still have some people that were working on Blood Bowl 1 here in the studio.
Yeah.
And we have people in the team that were working on Blood Bowl 2.
I saw also a question that we actually answered in the past, and we made sure to answer it a lot, but it might be a good time to tell you again, because the question was, will the rules be the same as a tabletop? So maybe you want to answer that.
Yeah, that's the goal.
That's the goal, as I said previously. We want the game. The game is as faithful as we can, and we managed to have the rules like in the tabletop rules for most of the part of the game. Some are more difficult to implement than others, but mostly we have everything. It's just like the tabletop rules.
For now, we are not 100% rule compliant, but that's the goal. That's what we want to have in the end of the Blood Bowl 3 development cycles. I don't know when we'll get there, but we'll get there.
Someone asked if we can disable the timer countdown during animation and dice rolling.
Okay, so that's a tricky question. Do you want to answer it, or I go?
No, you can go.
I go. So I know that's a very strong choice, and that a lot of people do not agree. The reasoning behind the new timer system is that in order to have shorter matches, we need to control the time of the matches. And in Blood Bowl 2, with 15 seconds per action, we had no control over the time limit. So the format that we have now may seem a bit unfair because it's still running when you have animation. You don't get any additional time for more actions, but we try to make sure that we have a time format that gives you enough time to play, and it's balanced so that all teams have enough time to play. If you have a dwarf and he's running 4 squares, it will take him the same amount of time to run 4 squares than a gutter runner to run 9 squares. So in the end, all the teams take the same amount of time to play, and we can tweak the time per turn and also the new time pool to give you enough time to make all the decisions and play. And in the end, we will have more control on how long a match, how long you take to make a complete match, and that was required in order to try to shorten the game length.
Great. I still have many questions in stores, so if you see a question that you want to give priority, don't please interrupt me anytime you want. But otherwise, a nice question I think that a lot of people might be worried about is, will the Blood Bowl 2 server be down once Blood Bowl 3 will be live?
Nope. We will keep the Blood Bowl 2 servers alive for the foreseeable future. I have no idea when they will be done, but that's currently not planned at all. We still support Blood Bowl 2 community, and we'll keep on supporting them for a long time. We don't plan on shutting them anytime soon. That's not the goal at all. What we want to do is to make a great Blood Bowl 3 to encourage you to go play Blood Bowl 3, but we won't be shutting the servers.
I think that's pretty clear, and I think you have your answer. Another question for you would be, will there be league support at launch? I'm not sure exactly what you mean by league support, but maybe you do.
Yes, we do. Do you want to talk about it?
No, I don't.
Me again? All right.
Yeah, sorry.
Yes, there will be league support at launch. I can't go into details on what the administration options will be available to administrators. As I said previously, it's a community-driven game. Not everything is set in stone. We have a very long time of post-launch support, so we will implement the tools that league administrators need in order to bring to life BB3 competition and community competitive scene. So yes, there will be league support, and there will be more options to league administrator than there was in Blood Bowl 2.
I think that's clear. I didn't know that. That's good. I'm learning things as well. It's amazing. Okay, during the beta, some players complain about the stability of the servers. Some players ask us as well if there will be an improvement from the beta to the release.
Yes, sure. As we said, the beta was also a stress test for the servers, and we are now sure for certain that we will need to improve the server. So yeah,
We did already
Yeah.
part of it. Yeah, we improved a lot of things related to server. So delay between requests has been shortened. We have more servers now. The infrastructure has been improved. Yeah, we've done many things to reduce this issue and prevent it. I'm not going to say that launch day will be perfect because that would be a lie. Nobody can say for certain that the launch day will be perfect. But yeah, we've improved it.
Cool. There is a lot of questions. I'm trying to sort them out, so give me a bit of time for that. One tricky question maybe for you or you, I don't know who is gonna be the one answering that the right way. Will we have in Blood Bowl 3 the same teams as in the rulebook?
We cannot say all the races of the rule book, but sure, all of our teams are from the rule book, and if we can have the feedbacks of the players, that's every idea is good to take, and if Games Workshop is okay with that,
yeah, the goal is to have the official teams out at some point. I don't know if we will have them all.
Workshop is okay with that.
Yeah, the goal is to have the official teams out at some point. I don't know if we will have them all or in which order they'll be. I can't. We can't go into detail about this. All we have for today are the 12th announced team for launch day. We can't go into details about post-launch DLCs or whatever. That's not the goal currently. We want to make a good game before selling you DLCs.
Will there be an Eternal League, as I can see right now in the screen?
Yes.
Yeah, short and clear. I see also a question that I will actually answer myself, so I can feel like I've participated in this Q&A as well. You are asking about the early access date. If you followed our last communication, we didn't give a specific time. That's because we don't want to give you a time that we will not be able to respect, because we want our next date to be the right date. So we are not gonna tell you a specific date today, but we are working on it, and we will communicate on that as soon as possible, and we will let you know. So be patient, and we'll come back on that topic.
So I've seen a few questions that I'd like to answer. Custom teams are not planned for today because we have to focus on the existing rule-compliant Games Workshop teams first. So no custom teams, no mixed teams for now.
We can see also questions about the cross-platform. So we would like a lot to have cross-platform because we don't want players to be set apart by platforms, but we can't pronounce on it right now.
It's not up to us for now. We can't deny or confirm that there will be cross-platform or cross-play support. That's something that we'd like very much, but that's all I can say.
Can we expect to have replay file like for Blood Bowl 2, yes, that we can use to extract info about our matches?
Yes, at some point. It's not planned for early access. I don't know when it will be ready and to what extent the support of the replay player, what features you will have, but yes, you will be able to have replay of the matches.
We also had a question about the AI. Will it be better than in BB2? Well, it's our goal to make the AI better than in Blood Bowl 2, and I think it's already better, but we are also focusing on it.
Yeah, we think that today it's better than Blood Bowl 2, but today is really not where we want it to be. Improving the AI is a very time-consuming process and ongoing process, and we will have to keep improving the AI because making a good Blood Bowl AI is really hard. It's like a very hard game to make a good AI of. And no, we can't we have to work on the AI. I know that a lot of you in the chat are focused on multiplayer play, but don't get it fool you. 80% of players play single player. That's not something that we can skip. We have to work on AI. And also in Blood Bowl 3, you'll be able to have mixed competitions with both human players and AI players. So even for you playing multiplayer, having a good AI will be useful.
I saw also a comment about the matchmaking. I know that in Blood Bowl 2, some players also complain that sometimes it takes too long to find someone. I'm not gonna speak in your name, but I'm pretty sure that that's also something that we are working on to make it as good as possible. So maybe you want to comment on that?
As good as possible, yes, but I think we can pronounce right now on the effectiveness of the matchmaking.
Well, it's already better than Blood Bowl 2. I mean, I don't think that people had a hard time to find
Yes.
find their opponents during the beta. So the old 5-minute spin is completely gone, and it's better. It's faster now to find an opponent. We hope that with a higher number of players, it will be also faster as well. And I can't go into details on how the game chooses an opponent for you, but know that it takes into account both the team value of the team and your player rating, like your ego score, basically.
Will there be an online chat?
Yes,
Yes.
there will. And there will also be coach emotes that you can play during the game to taunt your opponents.
To react, not taunt. It's also always useful to taunt your opponent. You just have to make him know that you're sad.
Is there another... Wait, what? Aren't you just supposed to taunt your opponent? There are other type of interactions between coaches. I didn't know about that.
I saw a question that I want to come back on. Someone asked if we still take suggestions and we still making improvement based on them. Obviously, we need to agree with your suggestion. That's something. We don't do everything. But definitely yes. And the question was also, where can you share your suggestion and feedbacks? We have different channels. I will encourage you to go on our Discord channel. We have a specific session for that.
Please, go.
Yes. And
I'm there.
Yeah.
Every day.
So please, every feedback is welcome. We don't promise that we're gonna do what you want, but we promise that we're gonna.
You will be listened to.
Exactly.
Redrafting will probably be included at some point. I know that people are asking every time I'm somewhere. People are asking me, is there going to be redraft? At some point, probably, because it's one of the most asked features. It's not planned for early access. I don't know when we will get around to implement it. It's not easy. It can't be adapted one-to-one from the tabletop. We will have to think about it and design it and then implement it. So I don't know when, but most likely in the following years.
I think I saw Ero Kutaka, our moderator, in the chat. So he's also part of the help that we get. So thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
We appreciate everything you did to help Blood Bowl as well. So since you're here, might as well say that in front of everyone.
Interesting question. Someone asked if the special placards will be, if we can turn them off. Yes, there will be administration options to turn off special placards, turn off pitch rules, turn off all the outside additional rules that you want. You will be able to turn them off for your own competition and gigs. And you will be able to customize your timer as well. And other things. Play Blood Bowl like you want to. We don't have to tell you how to play it.
Is AI the same for all the team, or do you aim for an AI for each team?
We have some personality on AI, so some of the team have a gameplay more driven by making some blocks and everything. Like it's an aggressive template, like the dwarves and the blacklocks and everything. And some of the team obviously are more focused on the ball, like the elven team, and so they don't have all the same behavior based on that.
So someone asked if there will be a 7 mode. No, that's another game. Blood Bowl 3 is the regular play. If we ever make Blood Bowl 7, it will be another game. That's not something that we can just add to Blood Bowl 3. But why not? Maybe another side project in the future.
Any news on an API for free release?
No news yet. We are still working on it.
Oh, I see. How are you working on in how the official competition will be? That's something as well that we are definitely working on, but that's something we're gonna talk about later on another topic that will be completely focused on it. So yes, to answer your question, we are working on it, but no, I'm sorry, I will not tell you anything about it yet.
Yeah. I saw a question also about spectating games. We have a feature on spectating ongoing games, and we watch some replays of games that have already been played. So yeah, it will be possible.
I also saw some question about the economic aspect of the game. That's also same as the competition. That's really a topic that we want to talk about separately and completely focus on it. So we're not going to talk about it today, but that's definitely on our roadmap, and we will come back actually with a roadmap to you, but not today. That was not the goal of this stream, but I just want to come back on it so you don't feel like we are avoiding a question. It's just that we have specific communication for this to make sure that we say everything we want to say about each big topic, such as competition, economic model, etc. So this we will definitely come back on to you as soon as we can, same as the release date. So there will definitely be some news on Blood Bowl 3 in the upcoming weeks, months, who knows?
Soon.
Soon, exactly. That's the best way to put it.
Killing two birds with one stone here, talking about star players. How many star players will be there at launch? There will be 20 individual star players, all with their unique models. And another related question was, what's our favorite star players that we recreated for Blood Bowl 3? What's your favorite star player?
Yeah, I have to say, for me, it's Joseph Bugman. It's not a star player; it's an inducement. It's an infamous coach, but he's now in the game, and yeah, it's the best model for me. I like it with his his beer.
That's a good reason to like a star player, like any other.
It's so fun.
Yeah, for me, that's gonna be Borak. Yeah, that's a great star player. I really like his design. We like his style in the Blood Bowl 3 campaign, and yeah, Chaos cards. I mean, what can you? How can you beat that? That's also my avatar on Discord, as some of you know.
We are still reading the question. If you have any questions that we didn't see, feel free to repost it. We will try to have a better second look.
Is there a different model for all the chainsaw players? Yes, as I said, all star players will have individual models. I mean, all star players that we include in those. There won't be just generic chainsaw goblins. Like Helmut has his own model.
And about the statistics, you also will have statistics about the games and everything, and also the statistics of your team. So this will be able in the team manager.
We will be able to see if other players are online or offline. Yes, you will have your BB3 friend list, and you will be able to see if your friends are online or not. You'll be able to see their profile, their recent matches, their statistic, everything. Unless they blocked you, of course.
Maybe you deserved it.
Can you do something about the dice? The dice are perfect. They are perfectly balanced.
Okay, let's do something really quick. I'm curious. Type 1 in the chat if you think that the dice are good, and type 2 if you think that they are not working correctly. I just want to have some fun. Oh, okay. I see ones. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you think that Blood Bowl 2 dices were faked in some way, then you think that Blood Bowl 3 are faked in some way because they were already balanced. So I can't do anything else. I mean,
Was really the dice the problem? You need to ask you this question.
Mm.
You need to.
Risk management.
Yeah. So of all the people who say that the dice are loaded, do some of you think that the dice are loaded in your favor? Because of what I've seen thus far, everyone who thinks those dice are loaded think that they are loaded against them. But then, where are the people who think that dice are loaded in their favor? They're nowhere to be around.
They are voting too.
Can you animate the block dice like BB2? Current block dice animations are not final. Should be better. Possible not to show injury animations before dice rolls, so we are still working on the specific of these, working the specific timing to not spoil the cutscene with the dice rolls, not spoil the dice roll with the cutscene, and yeah, so we're still improving on this, and then you will have option on top of that to skip animations, remove dice rolls, whatever you want. Race specific dice. So we plan to have dice customization. So they won't be hard linked to races. You will have different kind of dice and you will get to choose whichever you like best. And they will all roll the same.
I saw a question about the dice log. So yes, you can scroll on it.
You can scroll in it, you can expand it, you can close it. Will there be a ranked ladder? Yes, there will be a ranked ladder with Champions Cup after. I don't know yet. Like we said, the specifics of the official formats are not ready yet. Any console early access? Unfortunately, no. It's a bit harder to do than on Steam, so no. You will have to wait for release or play on PC.
For the frog, no. It's you stay in a frog until the next drive. Your player won't be a frog forever.
Are there? Oh, it's going too fast.
Yeah. I know which one you were trying to get.
Sorry. Just ask it on Discord and I'll answer it later. Will there be female models for each team? For each team, no, because not all teams have different genders. That's something that we'd like to have. That's also something that is present in this current line of miniatures. So I don't know if it will be included. We'd like it to be included, but I can't promise anything yet. If we do, it's not going to be like the tabletop version where the linemen are women and the blitzer are men and the throwers are women. You get to choose for each positioner if you want them to be women or men. That's the goal. But yeah, I can't promise anything. And yeah, some positioners are gender locked, like the witch elf, because yeah, that's the lore.
If you want to raise more money. Not because you said that, I'm still going to answer your question. Yes, we are. I think that one of the promises of Blood Bowl 3 is the customization aspect is going to be way deeper than the previous ones. You might have seen that already. You can see it in our different. We did some video, we shared some gifts, etc. So we are still adding even on top of that a lot of different customizations. So don't worry about it if you like customization. That's definitely be a Blood Bowl you're gonna like.
Someone asked if we were going to use the same sound effect for female players as Blood Bowl 3, Blood Bowl 2 Amazons. No, these sound effects are gone. Completely gone. Erased from the game. I'm not going to talk about it anymore. So finally, female ants. No, these trees are genderless. They are perfect the way they are. Can you disable automatic use of skill? Yes, you will have options to activate or deactivate automatic use of different skills like dodge or wrestle, fend, whatever. You get to choose. You will have a pre-selection on the options menu that we think represent the most common cases, but then you get to customize whatever you want. Can we make player fat? So the interesting thing is with the feature to have both men and women for same position, this opens up also more possibilities for different body types in general. So yeah, maybe the I don't know what example I can have, like the new Nurgle bloater that is fat. Maybe we will have a version that is skinny or whatever.
I like him fat though.
Yeah, it is very nice looking that way, but yeah, more options. But again, that's not a feature that is currently planned. That's something that we think about and something that we'd like to implement, but we have more pressing concerns for now. Can we have an option to show upgraded skills only like Blood Bowl 2? Yes, this option will be included. We know that it wasn't ready for the beta. But yes, it will be there. Can you save formation presets? I think that was one of the questions. Yes, that's planned. It was there in Blood Bowl 2. That's something that we want also in Blood Bowl 3. We'd like to do it better. I can't go into details yet. I don't know if we have time to like have a formation editor outside of the match. That's what we hope for. But it will be there in some form for launch at least. But that's something that we'd like to have a better version than what BB2 had.
I feel like you're hesitating.
No,
Is there something funny?
Yeah, it was funny, but
sometimes I see some nice stuff as well.
Yeah, there are very funny comments.
I don't know if I'm still reading question. I'm just having fun reading what I see.
Can you explain more about the league management options? No, that's a topic for another time. We can't go into details today. We can't talk about everything today. Can we customize your stadium? So that's a good question. So the stadium will be split into different parts. You will be able to customize the grandstand, the pitch, and the 3 dugout parts, like the cheerleader part, the apothecary and staff part, and then the coach part. All these you will be able to customize them independently.
That's a difficult one. I'm not sure I understood it, but basically I think the question was if the game, because the game is based on the workbook, so basically if the game gets updated from Game Workshop, will we make a paid update to adapt to the game? I can answer that, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's not the case. That's not how we plan to do it, at least. So no, we are gonna. Our only promise, or I don't know if I can say promise, but what we are trying to do is to be faithful to the game. That's what Game Workshop does. So if the games evolve, we will evolve with it to keep our promises. It's not related to any paid content.
Yeah, we won't make you pay for rules updates.
No.
And that, I mean, one of the goals of Blood Bowl 3 is to unify the community, so everyone will play the same rules. You won't have to pay to get updated rules.
Will there be an offline mode?
Yes, probably. Not for early access though, because we need early access to gather data. So at launch, most likely. Any news about the Nintendo Switch version? It's still in development, like all other console versions.
When is early access?
Soon, when it's done, when it's ready.
Yes, you can pay to make your dice rolls, but you have to pay me. We can talk about this in private.
Yeah. We thought about the free camera mode, but it's not ready yet, so it should be in the game, but it's not right now, as it's not ready.
How many camera modes do we have at the moment? Currently in game we have 2, and as Victor said, the third one, the free camera mode, is still in development. We've had to remove it before beta because it wasn't ready.
I saw a question that was asking if you can hide what's outside of the pitch. I'm guessing the question is if you have a low capacity computer, are you able to have a minimum configuration? So maybe we can talk about what's the minimum specs.
So the minimum specs, I don't have them right here, but we've had them for the beta, and we know that it won't be higher than what it was in the beta. If anything, we are still optimizing the game to have it run smoother on low-end PC, so you'll be able to tweak your graphics options to have your game running smoothly. I mean, it will be running on Switch, so yeah, it can run on anything.
We like Switch.
Yeah,
just to be clear.
Will we get proper dugouts? I don't know what you mean by that, as we have really proper dugouts. There is a part for the coach, a part for the staff. So,
will you have the ability to deactivate hide the HUD? Yes, you will be able to hide part of the HUD and hide the entirety of the in-game UI to take nice screenshots thanks to the photo camera mode.
What's your favorite new feature?
Favorite new feature?
So are we talking about like BB3 feature or Blood Bowl 2nd edition feature? Because of the Blood Bowl 2nd edition, what I like best is the new passing ability. I think it adds more strategy to the game. It removed the fact that all 11 teams had like 11 perfect throwers and catchers. Now throwing is always a very specialized role if you have humans or whatever. So yeah, I think it's great. That's a great feature.
For me, it's arguing the call. Yeah, no wonder.
Yeah, because you foul every time.
You can foul, and maybe your player won't be expelled, so that's so nice. And even though with the death roller, can you guess? You can say, no, I wasn't on a death roller. I didn't have a secret weapon.
If I say that I like the new customization, everybody's gonna judge me. So
no, that's great. I like them as much.
Yeah.
I don't even
simple
want.
man. I like simple things.
I don't even want to play Blood Bowl. I just want to make nice looking teams and customize them.
And I think that was a good question to actually end this Q&A session. Unless
there was a white one. Is there a way to purchase several players at the same time? Yes, it's there. We've done it. Sorry.
No, it's fine. And again, if you still have some question in store that you wanted to answer, be sure to do it now, because I'm gonna start saying actually right now that we're gonna end the stream. So thank you everyone for being there. Thank you for being there all through the whole stream. I hope that you liked what you see. I hope that you had answers to some of the questions that you were asking yourself as well. We will again come back to you soon, not only to tell you about what we are doing now, but also to come back on some topics that we couldn't answer today. I cannot tell you when we're gonna do that, but I can tell you that you should follow us on every social medias and on our official channels, on Twitter, on our Discord. Follow also our Steam page, and then you will be sure not to miss anything. Is there anything you want to say before we say our last goodbye for today?
I want to say thank you for to everyone for the watching the stream, and make sure that we are committed to make the greatest game we can.
Yeah, he's very committed. I'm committed to crush him on our next match. Yeah, thank you everyone. I really like to engage with you and see how involved you are. Please continue giving us feedback. Please continue engaging with us. Together we can make Blood Bowl 3 a great game.
What a great last sentence. Thank you again, and see you when we don't know, but see you soon.
Soon.
See you soon.